I'm Dan Galusha, and welcome to another edition of Shoot and Plank. This is going to be a two-parter. In fact, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to make a different plinking target for air guns. Then we're going to take it out and actually shoot at it in another video. But like I said, I'm going to show you how to make this first. And it's quite simple. You might have a lot of these, I guess it's a synthetic cork. Because finding the old corks, the actual old cork, is kind of tough. But the synthetic works much better for this. And I'll show you what I mean. In fact, what we're going to do here is I'll show you the completed product first. And all you need is one of the corks, some fishing line. Don't use high, expensive type stuff. Just this spool of Shakespeare. This is a cheaper spool of line. That works great for this. In fact, craft people use those for all sorts of things, that sort of line. Then you need a couple of paper clips, or you can use maybe a paper clip and a like these clip swivels that they use for fishing and also for the wind chimes and all that sort of stuff. But we're using two paper clips. Now here's the one, and I tied it to the fishing line, and here is the other one for the other. Now why would I have two on here? Well, I'll tell you in just a second after I show you what I do to get that line through that cork. And it can go everywhere. In fact, when you start shooting, you're going to want it down here. But like I said, we'll talk about that in a second. Now, how do I get it through there? Well, one of the best things I've found, and if I can even pick it up, is a upholstery type needle. Right here. See, it's a heavier duty one. And carpeting, upholstery, that sort of a thing. And then you run your fishing line through the eye and out here. Now make sure you got a long enough tag piece, because if it starts to slip out and grab both ends. Now there's two different ways you can get this into the cork. One is, there's where the corkscrew was on it. And normally these are in the little bit cheaper wine too. So you put it into here, into where that was at. It's still not going to go through it, I guarantee you, but it's a good start. Now you can either put it on something and push it down, or in my case, I will get out my Leatherman tool and use the pliers part. And I'll push that down in there. Now make sure you don't grab the line, because if you do, you're going to probably pull it out. Now see how it goes down in there? Keep going until the needle is sticking out. Make sure you don't stick it out in your hand. Now here's where you don't want to lose that. Now grab a hold of the needle down here, you can see like this, and pull it on through. Now we've got it through there. Alright, bring it down and out, take the needle off. Now we have got the line through the cork. So what we'll do is we'll tie the two paper clips on either end, or at least that's what I'm doing. Like I said, you can use something else if you want, and I'll explain to you why the two paper clips. You've got this one, whichever end, to hang like on a hook or something of that sort, or say if it's like a pipe, because these will actually go on like a PVC pipe. Just put it around like this and snap it into place with that. And then what you've done is you've created a loop that'll come down like this and hold on to the pipe. Now, why would you want the one on the other end? Two purposes. One is it keeps the float, or the, I'm used to fishing, aren't I? It keeps the cork from coming off. Yeah, that's obvious. Well, also, what you can do is you can put on another target. For one thing is and I'm kind of stealing one of Doc McKay out of Canada, kind of stealing one of his ideas on this. You take like these little eyelets with a screw on them, and you screw it into the top of an empty now CO2 container, because you have a lot of those from shooting. So screw it into that. Well, then that ring can clip on to this bottom paper clip. Just slide it in there and it'll hold it. Another thing that you can do is I've got a whole ton of old business cards. Not mine, but companies that I have worked with in the past that may have gone out of business. In fact, a lot of these have. Well, some of them are like this. They'll have a real bright paper, and it'll be both sides, even though one's printed, it's still bright paper. So what you do is you take that, get a hold of it down here, and you clip it on like this. Now what you've done is you've created a couple of different targets. You can shoot at the cork, or you can shoot at the paper. And as you see, if you, now I'm going to hold this, I'm going to get this around here still, hopefully. Okay, now you hit the cork. Now you got yourself a little bit of a moving target where you can shoot at the paper and see how it works. Anyway, actually the sky's the limit. Once you make this thing, you can do whatever you want with those clips, but that gives you some ideas. So like I said, this was part one of it. And next time that we mess around with this stuff, we're going to be shooting at it. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.